Good evening, everyone. Uh, Welcome to the first ever WOCLA weekly awareness classes. To introduce slightly about these classes, this is one of a very interesting feature that we have in WOCLA. And we are going to do this class every first Saturday of the month. So there's a lot of topics coming up. And we chose weight loss as the first one because it is a never-ending topic in your head. Everyone will always talk about it. No matter you are in your teenage or you are 40, 50, you always feel like you have excessive amount of weight that you're carrying with your body. So that's why we actually chose weight loss. And today I'm going to slightly discuss with my we shall start. Let me share my screen here. Weight loss. Okay. My name is Rajesh. I'm one of world-class trainer. And today I'll discuss slightly on weight loss with all of you. Let's start. Let us start with myths or the trends that always goes out in Malaysia. We always have some alternatives. We always think of something more efficient, but not really. We like to save our time. We love to be not hardworking to get something out of us. So we have a lot of methods: massage, body wraps, and then ice pack, herbal tea, face slimming massager, and a lot of products out there that most of our country's population use to remove excessive weight or fat that is in their body. And this is not the right way, to be honest, because our body is built to be used or physically exert to use the energy that is available in our body. So the right way, or the scientifically proven way for us to actually do this are very simple, but yet people tend to choose all these complex and complicated methods to get rid of their body weight. And also, yeah, slimming pills. Slimming pills are very famous in our country. Next. Okay, so how to lose fat according to science? Whenever during this MCO, all right, we have already automatically reduced the amount of physical activity that we do. So we were used to walk to our work. We were used to walk around our workplace, used to go college, universities. Our physical activity was slightly higher compared to now. At the moment a total lockdown has been initiated, we have sat all day in our houses, literally doing very less activity except for cooking and eating. I think cooking and eating have become more trendy during MCO than exercising at home. So every time, this past few days, I've been talking to a few people, and they've been sharing that they have started to walk to get some activity in so that they can actually get back to a healthy lifestyle, because they realize that they have been putting on some weight during this MCO. But then if you can see a meme right here on the left side of my slide, says that whenever you are approaching a healthy lifestyle, there are things that make you go back or procrastinate, like food, Netflix, Korean drama, and a lot of other things, right? So these are sedentary behaviors or lazy behaviors. Means like you don't want to move. There's a lot of distractions in our devices now. So you will be scrolling, like you may feel it is like 30 minutes, but it will be 3 hours because there's a lot of distractions that attract our brains and actually makes us sit there for 3 hours without we realizing it. 3 hours of Instagram and 30 minutes of exercise, people would rather choose 3 hours of Instagram. So this is our culture. This has been a habit to all of us. To change it, it's not easy and it's not hard. It's just the will for you to do it. If you want to do it, it will be really, really easy. So today, I'm going to slightly teach you on how to do it efficiently, which will increase your results, which will, when it is efficient, you'll get your results faster, you'll get your results easily. But then, I'm not saying that it is going to be some sort of shortcuts or quick tips or something like that. It is the right way to do it. It is scientifically backed up. All right. For those who have questions, you may post it down in the comments. I'm looking at your comments right now. You can see a lot of comments going on. So that's smart. Okay. So I will answer your comments at the end of this session. I have 20 minutes to go, long time. So just post your comments, post your questions down in the comments below. I will answer at the end of the session, right? And the first thing that you must do, that usually people change first, is eating habit. It is an habit. You got to understand that, right? If it is an habit, it's going to take a lot of time to change and a lot of effort. So why change things that are hard when you can add something that is easy, right? Foods are like money that comes in, okay? The more you eat, the more money that is coming in. Exercise is what throws out. But in this context, this money is not good. When you take too much of excessive food, it may stay in your body as in a storage form. So when it is excessive, that's when you put on body weight. That's when you keep. When it is excessive, that's when you keep things that are not important to you. All right. When everyone normally, usually, the first thing when they would do when they want to lose some weight is diet, or to be more precise, they would change their dietary pattern. And many fail. How long can you go? You might go 4-5 weeks, right? Because usually they would reduce the intake. That's when you will also lose energy, reduce performance, all right? And that is the first thing you should not do. Decreasing your calorie intake or decreasing the food that you eat is not the first thing that you do when you start to lose weight, when you are planning to lose some weight. All right. So the first thing that you do is not to change anything, do not increase or decrease your food intake, but just add some exercise to your daily routine. All right. So when you add exercise, you will increase the output. So when there's energy going out, there won't be excessive energy in your body. You will feel lighter. All right. And then the second thing, when you choose to exercise, there are certain time of the day which is very efficient if you put in a 30-minute or an hour of exercise. For example, 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. in the morning. And it is very much depending on your wake up time, but usually around this time. where you wake up from your sleep, your body is efficiently burning fat during this period of time because you have not ingested any food. Because our culture has a very high glucose foods. So when we ingest glucose early in the morning, our body shifts into primarily burning more glucose than fat. So waking up before your breakfast, going in with a 30-minute exercise session is very good. Okay, the same goes to 12 p.m. and to 1 p.m., 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. These are actually the regular eating time for us: breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So what do I suggest here is that get a session in anywhere around here before you eat. Okay, so that there will be something that you burn out and you replenish or restore the calories that you have burned out. In this way, using your exercise sessions to replace your mealtime will actually be more efficient because you will be capitalizing the post-exercise cellular substrate compensation. I'll explain later on this. The third thing is to shift your time of food intake according to exercise. As I said just now, was putting in exercise before your meal time. But if you choose to exercise and put your meal time according to your exercise sessions, it will be this way. 30 minutes after you finish your session is a very good time for you to ingest your carbohydrates. It will be a little awkward for you to first separate your carbs from your proteins and your fats, but then it's it'll be very easy after you have practiced that for quite some time. So why do we actually ingest carbohydrates after training session? Is that when we train, we primarily use our carbohydrates that are in our body. So after your training, it is very important for you to replace these carbs that you have used up. All right. Then proteins. Proteins, everyone knows it. It is to grow muscles. It is to repair tissues, and more into structural things where you have used your muscles to exercise. Now you now you repair them because there will be minor tears and all that thing in your muscles. Okay. How should you feel during and after exercise? So whenever we exercise, the norm is that you got to sweat, you got to feel exhausted, you have to feel whatever feeling that you are not supposed to feel. All right. So what are those feelings that you are not supposed to feel? Right? When you exercise, there should not be any pain with your joints, first of all. All right. Or excessive pain or soreness with your muscles. Then exhaustions. You should not feel exhausted after you exercise, or any discomfort, dizziness, vomiting, and chest pain. Although these are the starter pack for the bodybuilder, but these are not the right way and the right it's not the right and efficient way for you to exercise. All right. So how should you actually feel? A little bit of sweating goes with feeling good, strong, and more energetic after your exercise session is really good. That shows that you have done your training in the right amount of dosage. You are not overdosing yourself, or you are not underdosing yourself. You are actually exercising at the right pace, which is suitable for you. So here's a quick tip for you all. When you do aerobics or jogging, aerobics is not aerobic dance. Aerobics is jogging, walking, any types of those activities. When you do it, make sure you can talk. I usually have someone with me when I do those activities, and I'll maintain talking all throughout the activity. that's a sign that you're burning fat. If you are out of breath, that is not a good way to do your aerobics exercise, because you'll be burning lesser fat and more glucose or carbs. All right, quick tips. Next, types of exercises that you can do. Aerobics are very, very good for burning fat. And not only burning fat, weight loss, and all that thing. We do have our internal vital organs that we have to take care of. And aerobics exercise will actually help you to strengthen your heart, to make your lungs more efficient. You can breathe in and out easily. You can take more oxygen into your body, and all that thing is a benefit of doing aerobic exercises. We usually see aerobics, or we see walking, jogging as a mean to lose weight, to lose fat and all that thing. This past 3 years, I've only been doing aerobics to strengthen my heart, to strengthen my respiratory system, which is my lungs, which will eventually help me to lose fat. So I hope everyone will look at aerobics exercise through this angle and apply in your daily life, right? You can do it slow, continuously for 20 to 30 minutes. Why do I say make sure you can talk? So that you'll do it at a slow pace, slow, not to say too slow, at the right amount of dosage, at your right target heart rate. Your heart rate should be at the right place, and you should be able to talk continuously while you're doing for 20 to 30 minutes. But then don't talk for the entire 30 minutes. Once in a while, check whether you are doing it properly or not. Okay, number 4, very interesting. Carbs are not your enemy. Every time I hear someone who wants to lose weight, who want to lose fat, the first thing that they would do, reduce the rice on their plate. This has become a norm. Rice is your enemy because rice is a type of carbohydrate. Some even think rice is worse than bread, than other types of carbohydrates. Where they are all the same, some might have higher glycemic index and some might have low. Excuse me. Okay, let us continue. So if you can see the phrase here, which says fat burns in the flames of carbohydrate. It simply means you need carbs to burn fat. That's it. You don't have to look at the diagram beside this phrase. You don't have to know the science and everything that is complex and complicated. You just have to understand you need some amount of carbs to burn the fat that is in your body. Without enough carbs, you are not going to efficiently burn fat. So don't demonize carbs in your diet. Okay, so as you can see, we have suggested 60% carbohydrate, 30% protein, and 10% fat. This is a recommendation that you can follow. We have seen a lot of clients having successful stories with this recommendation as well. So it is recommended for you to have 60% of carbs, 30% of protein, 10% of fats. Fats are important too. Fats are really, really important to your body. So don't demonize them as well. Okay. Next. Oops. So number 5 is caffeine intake. I suggest 30 minutes before you exercise, get some caffeine in. Coffee, tea. There are a lot of caffeine supplements as well. But then coffee will be a very, very good thing, right? The amount of caffeine that is in there, 30 minutes before you exercise, having some coffee will actually mobilize the fat into your bloodstream, and it will be easier for you to burn fat. And then you do your aerobics activity at the right dosage. When you are doing aerobics activity at the right dosage, it will open the doors for you to burn fat. All right, drinking coffee and then doing at a different dosage than to burn fat will not open the doors. So when you want to open the doors to burn fat, you have to drink coffee 30 minutes before exercise suggestively, then do your aerobics activity at the right dosage, right target heart rate. Eliminate empty calories or high glycemic index. I think this is the last one. So high glycemic index food that are really, really sweet. Rice is sweet. Sweet potato is sweet. Usually when you eat carbs, you can feel some sweetness. Those are naturally sweet. But high glycemic index food, there are some food that are extremely sweet. When you put it inside your mouth, you feel good. If you like chocolates, you feel good when you put chocolates in your mouth, right? Those are high glycemic index food. So try to avoid huge amounts of those type of foods. Those it is impossible for me personally to not eat chocolates, but I choose when to eat, when not to eat. You must be able to control these types of food that is going into your body, so that these are the foods that actually stresses your system up, stresses your body, and then excessively keeps a lot of fat into your body. And this will also cause diabetic in the future. You will have diabetes in the future if you are excessively ingesting or eating these types of food, because it will spoil, or it will actually disrupt the system that takes care of your body in terms of blood glucose. Okay. Next. Okay. When I have actually suggested a few habits that you can try to do to actually efficiently burn fat after this. But then don't do everything at once. Don't go and drink your coffee today. Don't go and try to exercise at your target heart rate today, and don't do everything at once. Start slowly. Here, I've suggested weekly basis. You may take a month to actually get used to an habit. So start slowly. Maybe week 1, you can start exercising moderately according to your target heart rate, 3 to 4 times per week. How to calculate target heart rate? It's a very easy calculation. I'll post it in the comments later. Have a cup of black coffee 30 minutes before you exercise. I don't like tea. Bias, you may like tea, go on. I love coffees. Okay. And slowly, by doing, actually, this, okay, another fun fact. When you do aerobics, means like walking, jogging at the right dosage, you will actually elevate your BMR. Not BMI, but BMR, basal metabolic rate. Basal metabolic rate is good to burn fat. So when it goes up, it is good. You'll burn more fat. So when you do aerobics for the next 2 days or a day, this BMR will actually increase by around 30%. So you will actually burn more fat because you did exercise 2 days ago. Good? Good. Have a cup of black coffee. I've explained why. Next, week 3, try to put in feeding times. Feeding times are those 30 minutes after exercise, get your carbs in. 90 minutes after exercise, get your protein in. Those are feeding times. You can slowly start. Maybe week 3, you put in 30 minutes after exercise carbs. Maybe week 4, you try to practice putting in protein into that routine. So do it slowly. I would suggest taking 5 months to anchor all these habits rather than 5 days where you can only sustain 3 to 4 weeks and you forget everything. 5 months will keep you going for another 5-10 years, right? It will become a routine, it will become a lifestyle, and it will be easier for you. Changing is not easy, so take it slowly. Yeah, okay. Then you have meal shifts, and week 5, you may increase your exercise dosage. Increasing comes upon adaptation. If you are already feeling that the the dosage that you're doing is becoming easier and easier for you, you increase it slightly, 5 to 10%. Okay? And that's all for the presentation. I hope you guys understand whatever that I've presented. I'll go through your questions now, and then I'll answer them. I'll just stop sharing. Okay. Okay. You can see my face again. Vanakkam, bro. I've heard a lot about intermittent fasting, help weight loss. Is it safe to do? Everything is safe to do as long as you do it moderately. Intermittent fasting is a very good thing, not only physiologically, but psychologically. A lot of high-level entrepreneurs, high-level businessmen, they apply intermittent fasting to their routine because it keeps you alert during the morning. Have you ever felt eating breakfast, heavy breakfast in the morning, right away you feel sleepy, right away you feel less alert, your alertness goes down, your focus goes down, and these are the things that a lot of people are facing nowadays. Even I do intermittent fasting. I do it. It has already become my routine nowadays. I eat after 12 o'clock. If I eat before 12 o'clock, I either have golf on that day or I have something else to do. Maybe something heavy to do in the morning. If not, I'll eat past 12. And it has become a routine for me since a year. It's going to be 2 years now. So it's very good. I like to keep myself stay focused during the morning. And then when I get really hungry, then I put in some fuel or food into my body. So intermittent fasting is good as long as you do it moderately. 16 hours of fasting, including your sleep, 8 hours of meal time or window for you to eat is very good. That I've done 24 hours of fasting. I would not suggest. You may try, but I would not suggest. All right. It is very good. Fasting is a really, really good thing to reset your body, to reset your physiological stuff, to reset your psychological stuff. You should try. Okay. Next, is it okay if I eat nasi lemak and the eggs separately? Of course. Nasi lemak, rice is carbs, and the eggs are the protein. If you are willing, I would suggest eat your nasi lemak after your training. 90 minutes later, eat your eggs. Nasi lemak and eggs, both are gonna taste good. So there's no problem separating them. But if you are willing, all right? So that is the concept. If you can see Adli's question right there, that is the concept. You separate your carbs and your protein. I would do banana sandwich after training. 90 minutes later, eggs, fish, chicken, anything. Okay? You can do it that way. Carbohydrates is the main source of energy. Okay. Why I feel very sleepy after finish my exercise? I'm not sure who is that. Might be my mother. You feel very sleepy after your exercise? It depends. There's a lot of factors that may go into it. You might be exhausted, which your body feels like, I need to rest. You might have a long day at work, coming back home, getting your exercise in, and it is time to rest. So your body goes into resting mode. But usually, if you do your exercise properly at the right dosage, you won't feel sleepy due to exercise. You'll feel more energetic because logically, the blood is going all around your body now after you exercise. You should feel focused. You should feel alert. But if you are feeling sleepy or tired, that means either the dose is too much for you, you're feeling exhausted, or you are naturally having a very hectic day. Okay, next. How if someone who cannot drink any type of caffeine, how we replace it? If you can, caffeine is just an ergogenic aid. That means something you put into your lifestyle from outside, not internally. There's a lot of way you can increase the efficiency of burning fat. Not only caffeines. Okay, caffeines are just suggestion. Changing actually, because ergogenic aids, to put it in your life, it's much more easier to change what you are doing in your life internally. It means that with your sleep, with your nutrition, with your exercise. All right, there's a lot of ways and tools that you can use to actually burn fat. Caffeine is just one of them. If you feel your sleep is not good, try to fix your sleep. Try to get better sleep. If you think that your nutrition is not balanced, if you are eating more than you are supposed to, then you're burning or your maintenance, you are obviously going to keep more energy source in your body. Might be in the form of fat. So play around with your calories. Play around with the type of food that you eat, and then you exercise. The more, I would not suggest exercising more, but then exercise at the optimal dosage. You don't have to do a lot. You don't have to do excessive exercise to get the results. You have to do it technically correct. You have to do it scientifically correct. That means, what is the dosage? What is the heart rate? What is the weight that I should use when I do my dumbbell curls? How many reps should I do? So all this thing plays a role in burning fat. Okay. Next, between black coffee and tea, which one is more efficient? Black coffee, because I like black coffee. But then if you compare coffee and tea, coffee has slightly higher caffeine content in it, but some cannot tolerate high caffeine. So whichever you like, I would not suggest things like this, because whichever you like, tea or coffee, some are tea people, some are coffee individuals. So choose, enjoy the journey, do it consistently. If you're going to do it for 1 week and then no, coffee and tea both will not be efficient. You have to consistently do it. Start with a small amount, progress. Okay? Don't do it for 1 week and stop. Doing it for 1 week and stop, nothing will work. You have to do it for 6 months. You have to do it over a year. You have to do it for your entire life. So start slowly and progress through your journey. Okay, there's no more question. Thank you. Now I don't feel bad eating it. Okay, good. Nasi lemak is good. Nasi lemak tastes good. Come on, but as I said when I started this talk, everything done in moderate is good. So don't do things excessively. All right. I think, there's another question. Last question. For how long do we need to do exercise every day? Very, 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 very important question. Thankfully, she asked. People confuse that we have to train 2 hours, 4 hours, 3 hours, because Arnold Schwarzenegger said, you got to be in the gym 5 hours. He wanted to be at the highest level of bodybuilding. Not us. We are working individual. We have our professionals. We do exercise to keep ourselves healthy and active, not to compete at a very high level in bodybuilding. So 3 hours, 2 hours, even now science has said you don't have to be training 3 hours, 2 hours in the gym to actually be like Arnold Schwarzenegger. You can be bigger than him by training 45 minutes, 50 minutes. It's all efficiency. So 30 minutes of aerobics, 15, 20, or 30 minutes of resistance training, followed by a cooling down and some stretching. By an hour, you should be done. Don't do anything more than an hour. Okay, your exercise routine should be as efficient as it can be. Okay, so 30 minutes of aerobics at your target heart rate, 20 minutes, 25 minutes of resistance training, followed by stretching, cooling down, relax, breathe. Go and get your carbs 30 minutes after that. Okay, don't exercise for a very long time. All right, guys, I enjoyed my entire 37 minutes talking to you guys. It has been really long since I did a live session. So I hope you guys understand. I hope it was helpful. I hope I've answered all your questions, and I wish you great health. Be active during these tough times. I would take it as opportunity to be more active and healthy, so that it will become a habit by the time MCO finishes. All right. Stay safe. Stay in your home. Don't go out whenever you don't have to go out. Be active. Be healthy. If you have any question, Walkla is always there. You can post your questions. And this class will go on every month for all of you all. All right. Thank you.